What's going on, everybody? Dak here, Average Gamer Guys, back again. Part 2 of our OTJ Premier Draft, and we are winding down on time. We got a little blue-red Spellslinger deck here that so far has worked out quite nice. We've got a little Outlaws theme, we've got a little Commitment of the Crime theme, and we are razzle-dazzling our way to some wins. So far, the deck has performed pretty good, actually. We got some pretty solid cards overall. I'm really happy with our suite of removal, and then everything synergizes pretty nicely. A lot of what we're trying to do is double spell each turn, whether that be through plot or other things. We draw a lot of cards for Duelists of the Mind and a handful of others. We're trying to commit crimes and deep muck folks, and we're just having a pretty good time overall doing most of that. So let's jump in. Let's see if we can't stack up at least maybe 2 more wins, get up to that 4 or 5 win mark, get some gems, maybe make a little bit of gems before OTJ rotates out. Probably by the time you see this, it will be gone. So we'll see what is in its place here soon, but let's get into some games. All right, here we go. We're on the play, which is where we want to be. Geyser Drake, Deadeye Duelist, Posse Boss, and Iron Fist Pulverizer, all pretty dang good cards. We're going to keep. No removal, but we should be able to draw into that pretty easily. The nice part here is we can Deadeye Duelist, Geyser Drake, and then kind of run from there if we want, honestly. We could also look at plotting the Wolverine, keeping the Geyser Drake back for the time being. Let's go ahead and attack. I don't think we're going to get anything crazy there. And I think we just Geyser Drake here. Just set ourselves up. We don't have anything that we can do not on our turn, but Geyser Drake would be a good attacker. We can keep Deadeye Duelist back. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, still block. We did not find a land. Thinking we just attack here. I will end the turn. Them go to attacks here, see what they're gonna do. Get to do both things. That worked out pretty nicely. All right. We could Rodeo Pyromancers here. This is probably a better setup for the future. Let's go ahead. We'll get some damage in. And let's just Pyromancers. Vault Plunderer then can get in. I'm not really worried about taking some damage here. Spring Splasher. The other nice part here is Hellspur Posse Boss is going to be able to come down. And if we draw land, we'll do some things. Now, Duelist of the Mind is quite good. We're going to need to find an answer for that. That's going to just basically slow down. This is going to what? Draw and discard. Sure. They can attack with both. We still block here. Now we got the Reachers online. Don't have great double spell potential here. I'm just going to take the 3. Just flood the board here. And then we'll keep Deadeye Duelist back. We can start pinging. We lost a little bit of momentum here. Now that is pretty good. Duelist of the Mind is pretty solid. I will shoot you. I feel like this... I'm wondering if we gear up Geyser Drake. Let's get this attack in here. I can't see them blocking. This is going to help us to push through some damage here. I'm wondering if I... Yep, still pretty good. Sure, you can play Duelist of Mine again. Seems fine. This town ain't big enough, and Geyser Drake were quite good here. And now we can Posse Boss. And we can plot. Yeah, pretty much forcing this block. Get rid of that. Sure. Sure. And the good part here is they really just don't have many good attacks, right? They're going to be able to draw some cards here, but Geyser Drake's going to be able to punch in for 5. We're going to duelist them. The value here. Is pretty insane. We can't kill him here, can we? 5, 6. Yes, we can. I think we can. Good game, baby. Wow, what a finish. What a finish. What a rip from the Wolverine. That was incredible. I could not have asked for a better sequence there. Plan the heist into 0 cards, triple surveil, then draw 3. Oh, man. And then I feel like this town ain't big enough, being able to bounce the Hellspur Posse boss to basically negate their bounce effect on one of the mercenaries was so good. And being able to play the Hellspur Posse boss, I originally kind of was like, man, I don't know how I feel too much about it. It's okay, it's good. In the right deck, it could be extra good. I feel like it's nearing extra good for the fact that it not only allows my guys to have haste, but more importantly is creating these 2/1/1s, which the utility of these guys has been really nice. And it essentially locked down their attacks, right? I just have to keep a couple of creatures back. I'm able to ping with Duelist because it's not the biggest threat. They forcing that block with Duelist to the Mind was really, really nice. And we're able to close that one out pretty cleanly. That was great. Okay, we're on the play, and finally we see the Malcolm. We have a nice little hand here. Ankle biter. Pop. See what we want to do here. Hoping this doesn't get killed. That was my fear. That stinks. So I think I probably want to get Duelist the Mind online here. If they have another throw from the saddle, GG's with the ankle biter, but I think this card can really do some work here. So I think we're going to go Brimstone Roundup into Duelist, make a guy, the attack. We now have some blockers. We have my 1/1 friend here. We're going to be able to loot as well with Deadeye Duelist and Duelist the Mind, which is a really nice play to have. We can plan the heist if we want as well. Give us some card draw action. Obviously, if we can double spell, we're gonna have. I don't see a world in which we double spell this next turn. I guess we could ping. It's a saddle for 2. It's first strike. I'm just not going to block this. Just plot this for now. I mean, if they have another throw from the saddle, like they did, that would be great. You can definitely equip or saddle this up. I mean, I'm going to block here. Get a pump spell. This thing has reach. You deal a damage with 1 green mana? No, you cannot. I don't think... Oh, I don't know, actually. 4-5? That actually seems pretty good right now. What I'm gonna wait to do is wait for them to saddle this up. At least attempt for them to saddle this up. Sure. I'm in tough spot here. I don't know if the Iron Fist Pulverizer helps me to stabilize. I am going to be able to double spell. I guess let's see what... I'm going to do this. This will be easier to bounce. Shoot you for 1. So I can Iron Fist here and then plan the heist. Which seems fine. This actually seems fine. I'm gonna scry that to the bottom. I need action here. Oh, this town ain't big enough is like perfect. No attacks will end turn. This is a removal spell for Iron Fist. I'm really sad. That is sad. That's okay. I take 3. Shoot this guy. I'm trying to think. I razzle dazzle. Slick sequence. Shooting that. Ooh, I get a repulse. Let's just see how the attacks go here. I guess I'm dead if they have something to protect their 7/7, but that's a chance I have to take here. I think this is the only way we stabilize this. Good game. Why did they wait so long to play this? Man, that is the only card I don't beat in that situation. Is there something I could have done differently here? No, I feel like that sequence was pretty good. I mean, this is literally the only... Oh, it's not literally the only card. But this is like the only card I can't beat here. I'm just trying to think. Because I have to just let... I have to block Beast Bond and then bounce the 7/7, right? I guess I could have thrown a 1/1. See, that wouldn't make any sense, though. What I needed to do was essentially get everything blocked and then be able to bounce the 7/7, essentially eliminating it. I really don't... I could have thrown Razzle Dazzler in front of Beast Bond, but I wouldn't. I need this to then get out of the range of this. And so the hope here is that if we survive that combat, and that's either a creature or just like a blank card, then next turn I'm being able to repulse, potentially do 2 spells as well, get another 1/1. I can pop like Beast Bond back after it attacks or something. I mean, there's some options there where I am able to then make this a 3/4. I'm not attacking with it, but I'm able to kind of stabilize the board a little bit at 3, and I've essentially run them out. This really is one of the few cards I could think of outside of having a removal spell or having some type of protection spell where I would have ended up losing just because they can push through enough damage, which is unfortunate. And I wanted to kill the 1/1. I wanted to kill this Ankle Biter because it gets in the way, plus throw from the saddle. Some of these other... I think this is... It deals damage, yeah. So another throw from the saddle or something is able to take down a bigger creature. So I want to make sure that I can get that block off. I guess what I could have done... it still wouldn't have mattered. I could have blocked... I could have let the death... No, I only had 3 life. It doesn't matter, because this puts 2 1/1 counters on it, too. Oh, that's so close. I feel like we were this close to really being able to hold this off. This hurt me, too, quite a bit. Buried in the Garden really did hurt being able to take my Pulverizer out, because this really sets up a great blocker. This sets up a great blocker, also punches in for some damage. We can start kind of chipping them away by just stabilizing the board. So that was a good game. We just didn't quite... both our Malcolm dying and Duelist of the Mind going down was a little tough, but I feel like sequencing overall wasn't too bad. I just I couldn't get through their 1, 2, 3, 4 removal spells. GG's. Okay, opponent on play. We have Wolverine, Duelist. Pretty good little turn. Pretty good little run here. Get some mana up. We'll get Duelist down here. Is it Duelist or Razzler? It's the Duelist. Because next turn I can plot the Wolverine and then Razzle and Wolverine same turn. Seems pretty good. What is this? When it enters, create a 3/3. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature token you control. They gain trample until end of turn. I'm still going to set this up, I think. I don't really care if they pump their Sandstorm Salvager and make their big golem guy a lot bigger. So I can pretty easily repulse that back. And Sandstorm Salvager is a pretty easy kill for my deck. Pulsing it feels pretty good. This is a great card, though. What do they got here? What are we plotting? The 4/3 flyer, no blocks. Take the 3. All right, what do we want to do here? Do we razzle dazzle? I think I keep up Repulse here, actually. Not really pressured too much, so let's see what we want to do here. Repulse after they spend the mana on the Golem token feels pretty good if they go ahead to do that. Repulsing their flyer also feels pretty good. Yeah, so they're gonna dance, pump this up. Sure. Okay. Less than ideal. That was bad sequencing here, but I wanted to get some things out to block. I could loot with Deadeye Duelist. I don't really need the land. And we could run Stop Cold. They did another make your own luck. They got a giant beaver. Giant beaver's a little tough for me to deal with, I'm not gonna lie. Stop Cold gets a lot worse here. Oh, we'll take the action. This at least blocks it down for this turn. That's an interesting play. Three, 4 is a pretty good blocker. So is a 2-3. They've drawn a lot of cards. I'm pretty far behind here. You can sack this and take off the Stop Cold if you wanted. I can't beat the value of this card. Sure. It's a 9/9. I mean, dude, this is insane. I mean, if you have Snakeskin Veil, like, GG's. Jeez. Good game. Like, that's insane. How can I, you know? Man. Yeah. I'm just gonna concede. I can't win. That is insane. Every answer, man. Oh. They got so much value out of this make your own luck. This is insane. Top 3 cards, you can exile a card among them. If you do, it becomes plotted, and you put the rest into your hand, which means you're drawing 3 cards for 5, essentially. And you're plotting one, being able to play it for free. And they got some really good value out of that. Both Clear Shot and the Giant Beaver, being able to play 7 mana worth of spells is so good. If I kill this here with that Explosive Derailment, assuming they don't have, like, I mean, what can I do, right? Assuming they don't have Snakeskin Veil, this dies. The really only good attack then becomes this 9/9, which I have 2 Chumpers for. And then, I mean, we have plenty of options to take care of that 9/9. We have this town ain't big enough. We got a couple other things that would have been fine for that. Again, I ran into another good, really good deck against what we're trying to do. Big green creatures is really hard for my deck to deal with for the most part. And I feel like, again, we played pretty well in both the games. We're on the back foot for most of this game, unfortunately, because of Salvager. I think the other thing to think about here for me was sequencing with maybe the Wolverine. Doing double Razzle Dazzler and the Wolverine that turn probably wasn't very good. What I should have looked at maybe doing is maybe stop colding the token. I don't know, but I needed to take care of the 4/3 flyer because I don't necessarily have a hard time taking care of that. But we would have needed to Actually, that's probably would have been a better play. I have a lot of spells that can deal 3 damage, so I probably made some mistakes here in terms of my early game sequencing that led to this eventual outcome. Okay, not quite where we wanted to be. Unfortunately, we miss out on grabbing that 4th win. I felt like both games that we lost, again, a little bit on the back foot. We stabilized really nicely in that first loss of this part 2. I just couldn't quite get over the finish line with it, and you know, timely spells and good spells as well was the demise. We did pick up an additional win. This deck really did feel better than a 3-3 deck. I genuinely believe that. I do think we ran into a couple of our worst matchups for OTJ here, just the big green creatures. Other than that, this was a lot of fun to play. The other thing I unfortunately didn't ever get to do was desertion anybody. So badly I would have liked this. I kind of wish that we would have had this maybe in one of those last 2 games. This could have been a really big power swing for us. Exactly where we would have wanted to use it. But other than that, again, it felt pretty good. I had quite a bit of fun playing the deck, just being able to kind of sequence things together, and certainly learned a few things. This was Metamorphic Blast would have been another one in that last game that could have changed the dynamic a little bit and set up some different attacks and blocks, and that would have been pretty nice too. But all in all, I had fun. I enjoyed it. That's what it's about. So hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for checking this out. We're gonna probably jump into some Quick Draft Bloomburrow, and then we'll see what else comes up here after the rotation as we patiently wait for Aether Drift, which should be coming to the channel here relatively quickly. Gonna head to pre-release this weekend, maybe even today by the time you're watching this video and by the time it goes up. And we'll have some Aether Drift product coming to the channel here for openings in the next probably couple of weeks. We gotta wait for normal retail to grab our stuff, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We're doing some Innistrad Remastered. Play Booster box should be up already. We got a couple collectors that have been a lot of fun as well, so be sure to take a look at that. We have playlists for all of our MTG Arena and our opening content. So if you enjoy all of that good stuff, check out the channel. Flash some socials, like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube thing for me. We really do appreciate all the support there. Trying to get to 1,000 subs. That's our first big channel milestone, so we appreciate all the support with that. Likes and comments are great. And we'll be sure to catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.